You're listening to Rebel Spirituality with me, Sam Goldfinch. Here's the truth. Wisdom doesn't follow rules. So each week we're going to explore what it means to wake up your way so you can live a more peaceful, creative and inspired life no matter your circumstances. It's time to blaze your unique path to truth. Hey my rebel friends, I have a really exciting announcement to start with today. I'm going to be taking part in a men's retreat in Thailand in the end of February, beginning of March 2025. And I've been thinking about doing this for ages, but it just hasn't felt right until now. So I'm going to be doing this with my good friend Kim. And you get to hang out with me for the whole week. It's going to be Rebel Spirituality themed. The title of the retreat is actually Wisdom Doesn't Follow Rules. So if you're a guy and you're up for an adventure and you'd like to do something different, I would just love to hang out with you for a week. If you have a partner, if you have a friend, a male friend who you think would really benefit from it, I'd love it if you'd let them know for me. And if you'd really like to come on retreat and you think, oh God, this one doesn't work for me, reach out and let me know. I'm thinking of running women's retreats, mixed retreats, all sorts of different things in the future. So this is just this is just going to be really, really exciting and really, really fun. So I've put a link to the kind of flyer with the information and everything in the show notes. But if you've got any questions, then just email me at hello@rebelspirituality.com or reach out to me if you've got my details and just say hey. And let's go to Thailand and have some fun. Okay, without further ado, we're going to be exploring the most important thing about meditation. See you there. Hey Rebels. Okay, this week I want to talk about the most important thing to know about meditation, in my opinion. Okay. And it might surprise you. So make sure you stay around for the full video because it's probably not what you think it's going to be, right? It certainly isn't consistency. So something we hear very often is the most important thing about meditation is being consistent. So waking up at the same time every single day and making sure that we meditate for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour, whatever it happens to be for us, right? So I'm not saying that these things aren't important, but to me, they're not the most important. So consistency, right? We put that to the side. It certainly is an effort, okay? So for me, I can remember thinking to myself, right, okay, so I'm meditating for 20 minutes a day. I still seem to be kind of living with a lot of anxiety and this kind of thing in my life. I'll up it to half an hour. Then that half an hour became 45 minutes. 45 minutes became an hour. I played around with all different things, sometimes sitting for, a morning, sitting for an afternoon, going on retreat, all those kinds of things. So to me, effort isn't the most important thing when it comes to meditation. Actually, I'd say that it's a strange one. When we're caught in efforting, it's often a signal, but more on that in a moment. The other thing that's not the most important thing is the style of meditation, right? So this is really important in the sense that we may find ourselves really deeply connected to focusing on the breath, vipassana, insight meditation. We may find ourselves really drawn towards non-dual types of meditation, where we're listening to pointings and kind of having these insights into the truth of our being in the moment, more direct styles of meditation. All of those things, I think it's amazing to try them on. For some of us, we might love guided meditations. For others, we might sit on our own and be in our own awareness. So that's a powerful thing, but it's not the most important. It's not the most important thing. The most important thing for me is noticing how you're relating to meditation, right? Is meditation a tick in the box? Is it something that you feel like you have to do? Is it something that you've kind of got into the habit of doing? Is it a doing for you, right? So very often, there's a lot of meditation apps at the moment which basically say, okay, every single morning I'm going to ping you a message to remind you to meditate. You need to come and get this dopamine hit. You need to put the tick in the box. And, you've got these streaks. You've had a 100-day streak of meditation. Well done you. And it's a way of kind of hacking the psychology. But what I've noticed is that many people, they're just doing it because they feel like they have to. It's become like a chore. It's become another one of those things. And here's the most important things it looks to me. If you notice that, the most important thing about meditation is seeing if you're in love with it, seeing what it represents to you. Is it a reverent, sacred, special place, however you want to think about it? Do you feel like sitting in the morning for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever it is, right? Is it a special thing, right? Or is it something that's just like, this thing that I do, it's just another kind of part of my morning, my miracle morning or whatever, right? Is it, what's going on around that? Really look in, because as it looks to me, I think it's far more important, that it's sacred, that it's honoring just the magic and the mystery of just taking however long, a minute or 10 minutes, and residing in the mystery and being in love with the fact that we're alive. Now, consistency, the style, like all of that looks secondary to that for me. It looks like if we were to sit once every now and again and fall into that deep sort of expression of the mystery of it, that's powerful. That's powerful because that is rooted in understanding that we're part of this incredible mystery and there's no effort required, right? Effort is something that when we believe we're lacking something, we think we're missing something, we put effort in. So we're meditating in order to try and complete ourselves or live with more peace or uncover more presence. But all of those things are right here, right? They're right there at the heart of your being. They've never gone anywhere. They never go anywhere. So it's the understanding and the reverence and the magic that's the most important thing. So check in with yourself. If you meditate, are you in love with it? How are you feeling towards it? What's your relationship with it? Is it just something that you do, just something you get out of the way in the morning? Or is it something that's really reverent? Because if it is, maybe it's time to take a pause for a minute. Maybe it's time to take a breather, remind yourself of what the most important thing is, and then re-meeting it again. And maybe you'll find yourself shifting something. Maybe your wisdom will guide you to meditate more. Maybe your wisdom will guide you to meditate less, right? Maybe your wisdom will guide you to meditate in a different way. Meditation isn't an activity. It's not a doing. It's the absence of something. It's when we sit in the feeling of us, sitting in the feeling of you, coming home to yourself, noticing that constant background sense of awareness. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be sat doing funny shapes, mudras with your hands. It could be climbing walls. It could be out on your bike with the wind in your hair. It could be anything, right? It could be anything at all. And so it's really worth just looking in this direction, right? Because if that's missing, everything else, it's just not as important. But if that's there, right? If that feeling of magic is there, amazing. And it really is as simple as that. Like, think about how many times we look at the moon and it's just an image in the sky. It's just an object, right? We don't really pay any attention to it. But then every now and again, you catch a glimpse of it and you're like, whoa, holy shit, look at that. That's the freaking moon. Isn't the moon amazing? And it's always there, but it's in those moments that the concepts and the filters fall away and you're completely in the nowness and you're looking at the moon and you're just rocked by how mad it is that there's this ball of rock up there in the sky that's pulling and, creating tides and all this kind of stuff. Well, it's the same sort of thing here, right? We can sit down in our concept and in our doing version of meditation every single day, but we only have to look at it once. We only have to see the moon in that way once to get the magic back, right? And that to me is the most important thing about meditation. All right, Tim, I'd love it if you could hit the subscribe button. It would really help me. Just make sure that you catch these videos and you don't miss any of them. And it helps me grow and reach more people and all that kind of stuff. I hope you have the most amazing day. I'll see you soon.